What's up, guys? I'll be going over the top 5 most overpowered weapons for Season 4. These are pretty much my favorite weapons this season. They're all focused for everyday players, not just for the pros. And the last weapon might come as a shock, but I think it deserves to be in here. So these aren't in any specific order, but for the Ram 7, we're going to be running with the Monolithic Suppressor, the Forged Tack Eclipse, the Merc 4 Grip, 50 round mags, and lastly Stipple Grip Tape. So the Monolithic Suppressor is pretty much there for all the weapons. The Eclipse does affect the damage range. It gives it a boost. It increases bullet velocity and recoil control. It does slow down the ADS, but I don't think for the Ram 7 it really makes a difference. The Merc 4 Grip has a high recoil control. It increases aiming stability, and the hipfire accuracy is pretty good too with this weapon. Again, ADS gets affected, but not to an extent where it matters too much. The 50 round mag just lets you spray a little more. Like I said, it's for the everyday gamer, so you're able to spray and get 1 or 2 extra kills before you reload. This Stipple Grip Tape just pretty much helps you increase agility and be able to jump peak corners. So overall, this weapon has a high fire rate to damage ratio for any AR I think in the game. It feels really good when you're playing, and even through Warzone when we're running through the map, it's pretty agile and fun to use. I would honestly say this is probably one of the strongest ARs in the game. I've loved this from day one, including Kilo, which is coming up soon. But I would 100% recommend this for multiplayer in Warzone. Also, while editing, I just realized I sound stuffy as hell, but that's me pretty much all the time, so just get used to it. So on Shoot House, this is my favorite corner. I get a bunch of kills from there, so you'll see me here pretty often. Moving on, the M13 is a fan favorite. Everyone loves this weapon, and we're going to be running the Mono Suppressor, Ranger 4 Grip, the Skeleton Stock, and the 50 round mags. Stippy Grip Tape is pretty much on all the weapons. The Mono Suppressor is giving you a boost in damage range. The 4 Grip, it's a stable gun, and it makes it even more accurate when you're shooting on long distances and even close range. The hip fire is pretty good in the weapon too. Overall, this weapon is extremely strong. The Skeletal Stock increases stability and helps for longer range fights again. It helps you keep a high mobility and control in the weapon. The 50 round mags, again, it's for an average player rate, so it allows you to have a few extra bullets to kill your enemies and go on a run like this one in specific. And the Stippy Grip Tape, again, for close contact with an enemy. It's easier to move the weapon around, being able to kill more enemies.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTV for resupply. Ready for flyout.
Okay, I didn't realize, but next time I'll mute these guys and play. So yeah, if the gameplay is getting a little boring, I would suggest waiting till the end. If not, you can skip to the last class, because that's pretty sick actually. Yes sir, I'm back here. Like I was saying before, you pretty much destroy the lobbies playing with the M13. Now for the MP7, which is hands down the best SMG in the game. The mono suppressor again, the FSS Recon for the extra range, the GI Mini Reflex, which I know a lot of people are going to have their opinions about, but I'm not really a big fan of the MP7 stock sight. And then the Ranger foregrip, which controls a vertical recoil pattern when you spray. It also keeps your hipfire accuracy pretty good. And then the stipple grip tape again for the mobility. Now, instead of the GI Mini Reflex, since I know a lot of you are not going to like it, you guys could add the no stock to have some cracked levels of mobility, but I already feel that the MP7 is pretty agile and it's fun to use with the Mini Reflex. Finally, if you guys follow my Instagram account, you'll know that the Kilo has pretty much been my favorite class, and I've used it in different variants, but I think this is probably the best all-rounded weapon in the game, and I prefer it even to the M4A1 and the Grau since day one. The attachments we're going to be running for this one are the mono suppressor, the tac laser, commando foregrip, 50 round mags, and the stipple grip tape. Now mono is pretty much given. The tac laser increases the ADS by a lot for this weapon, and then the commando foregrip, we don't really need to use a Merc because it already has a pretty good recoil control pattern. And then lastly, the 50 round mags, which lets you carry more of the bullets, and with this weapon pretty much get a nice little quad feed going in the game. And just a tip, the Kilo isn't a gun you want to rush with. It's, I won't say camp, but you don't want to push into the enemy spawn. You want to stay back like that. Do whatever you can. I'm really not sure how I got this. And then these hip fires though. So all the classes I've done so far are for everyday gamers and not just for the pros. All the channels I see on YouTube are focused on just pros and making classes for them and what they use. So I thought of creating a channel that helps everyday gamers instead. The next class you're gonna see, you might not agree with it. But I'm a big fan and I really like it, so let me know what you think in the comments. Yo, let me know how many times I said please, in the comments. I'm confused.
What?
So yeah, it's the Car 98K. Personally, one of my favorite guns. I would suggest this specific loadout for multiplayer only. We're going to be using the tac laser, the sniper scope, the sport comm, and stipple grip tape, and then finally a focus perk. So the tac laser, through COD logic, I don't understand how, it increases the ADS speed by a lot, helps with accuracy as well. The sniper scope is just to make it pretty much as close to a sniper as you can, and to get those cheeky little quick scopes. The sport comm makes it fast at ADS and helps you again get those quick scopes. The stipple grip tape is for you to move the weapon like I just did, being able to adjust your aim slightly and pretty fast throughout the game mode. And then the focus perk, finally, it's because of that stupid little breathing action that happens with the sniper scope. It decreases that and lets you aim faster and being able to aim clearly. So yeah guys, this is my first YouTube video, so as we go by I'll get better at editing and making these adding my voice to the back and stuff. But we do have an Instagram page which I post shorter videos and clips of my loadout. We're almost at 10k, so you could leave us a follow there. It'll help us out. And please make sure to subscribe, so I feel like I should keep making videos. Leave a like and a comment if you can. If you want to see an everyday player trying to get a nuke, and help us push this video on the YouTube algorithm.